The story of the Garden of Eden.
Many years ago, when God created the earth and all of the plants and creatures that live on it, He created the first man. God made the man out of clay and breathed life into him and called him Adam. God realized that Adam was lonely as the only one of his kind. God decided to make a wife for Adam. He took one of Adam's ribs and used it to make the first woman whose name was Eve. God told Adam and Eve that they could eat as much fruit as they wanted, but warned them that they must never ever eat the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. One day, Eve was walking alone in the garden when a serpent whispered to her from a tree. The serpent asked Eve, "You and Adam eat from all of the trees in the garden, but never the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Why don't you eat the fruit from this tree?" "God has forbidden it," Eve replied. "If we eat the fruit or even touch it, we will die." The serpent hissed, "You won't die. God doesn't want you to eat the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil because you will become like Him if you do and know good from evil." Eve looked at the forbidden fruit and saw that they looked fresh and delicious. Believing the serpent's lie that she would gain God's wisdom, she plucked a piece of fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil and took a bite. Seeing that the fruit tasted delicious, she found Adam and told him he should eat the fruit too. "But God has forbidden it," Adam said. "He said that we would die if we ate the fruit." Eve explained to Adam what the serpent had told her about becoming as wise as God after eating the fruit. Seeing that Eve had not died from eating the fruit, Adam took a piece and ate it too. After they ate the forbidden fruit, they looked at each other and at themselves and realized they were naked and they felt ashamed. They turned away from each other and sewed together leaves from the garden to cover their bodies. When they saw that God was coming, Adam and Eve felt guilty for disobeying Him. They were afraid to face Him, so they tried to hide. But God already knew that they had eaten the forbidden fruit. He was very angry and disappointed. Adam tried to blame Eve for making him eat the fruit, and Eve blamed the serpent for deceiving her. But they had both still disobeyed him. God punished the serpent by taking away his legs, making all serpents crawl on their bellies in the dirt for all time, and making them man's enemies. God punished Adam and Eve by banishing them from the Garden of Eden. Their lives would be difficult outside of paradise, and they would have to work very hard just to survive. Even though they knew it was wrong to disobey God, Adam and Eve gave in to temptation and had to face the consequences of their actions. Their story represents all people who must resist doing bad things, even if they seem like they would be fun or give us something good in return.